Hello everyone and welcome to All Things Watched. In this video we are going to talk about the brand new movie Fingernails, and this movie is considered a drama romance slash science fiction, and I am not a big fan of romance movies whatsoever. I'm not even that much of a fan of drama, but I'm a huge fan of science fiction, which is the whole reason why I wanted to watch this movie to begin with. I just thought that the premise of the movie was very interesting, and I just thought it would be and it just, I don't know, there's just something about the premise of the movie, the synopsis, that really, I thought was very compelling. Now this movie mainly is, excuse me, sorry folks, I apologize, I got a bit of a head cold. This movie mainly stars Jessie Buckley and Riz Ahmed, and they portray characters known as Anna and Amir. Now, this movie does take place in a world where they have the ability to actually basically test people to see if they are compatible for love, and they do this by literally ripping out a fingernail from each of the parties that are being tested, and then they put it into this sort of futuristic form of technology which tells us if they're going to be a match or not, and if they are a match, what is the compatibility. So it's done through percentage. Are they 0% match, 100% match, or 50% match, so to speak, and it's done using your fingernails. You literally, they literally pull the fingernails off both parties and then put them in this machine. Now, Jessie Buckley, her character Anna, and of course Riz Ahmed, who portrays a character known as Amr, these are both people that work at the institute, or almost like this education area, almost like a campus or a college or school that has this program where it's almost like they train people on how to love each other. Well, it's not that they train them, but they're constantly testing them before they do the ultimate test, which is how the fingernails. They sort of test them a bunch of times before they get to that stage to see how compatible they are, and before finding out the results. So Luke Wilson is also in this movie as well. He portrays a character known as Dukan, and he seems to be the owner of this technology and the owner of this company that Anna and Amr are working with. Amr is an instructor here, so he's kind of like the teacher or the professor, and Anna is basically his apprentice learning from him, who just recently got hired to do all these tests on these people. Now there's a bunch of other great actors in here as well. Kristen Meir, Jeremy White, Amanda Arcuri, Annie Murphy, Katie Breyer, Claire McDonnell, Nina Kiri, and so many other great actors are in here as well. But all of their roles is they basically play all the couples. Now Anna herself is in a relationship, and she also has already participated in this fingernail test type thing with her husband. They're already married, and they already so they've done all the test, or they've done the love test, and they have passed, finding out that they're compatible, which you learn pretty early on in the movie anyways. And Amr, he has had a partner as well, and he has done the test as well. And of course, so basically Anna goes home to her husband, but then she also comes to work with Amr. So, I don't think you need to be a genius to know that Anna and Amr sort of, develop feelings for each other as well. But they're very strict with these tests. So if a test comes back positive, like, it's almost like some people will get the test done a second time, but it's almost like it's almost like if you want to go and get the test done a second time, it's almost like it's almost like you're blacklisted because of it. It's almost like it's insulting. It's almost like your partner will be insulted for you wanting to go to do the test again, and all that stuff. So it's just, I really like that idea. I thought that whole story was very compelling, very interesting. This idea where there's this institution that are constantly testing couples to see whether or not they're compatible, and then of course they do the ultimate fingernail test where they actually see, basically using your own DNA from your fingernails whether or not you're compatible. And I just thought that whole premise and that whole idea of having this advanced technology, I just thought it was a really cool premise, and that's why I wanted to see it. Now, for the most part, I loved all the performances. I thought the casting was done perfect. Jessie Buckley, I think this was probably one of her best performances of all time. Even though she's great in everything she does, I really liked her in this one. And Riz Ahmed as well. They are definitely the two standouts of the movie. But Kristen Meir and Amanda Arcuri did a phenomenal job as well. They portray characters known as Rob and Sally, and they are people that are basically being instructed by Anna and Amir. So it was really cool to see them and their dynamics and everything, and everybody played off of each other very well. But the biggest problem that I had with this movie was the finale. I really was not a fan of the finale. I felt like I was watching this movie, and the whole time I was waiting for something a little bit more to happen, but nothing really happens until the very end of the movie, the finale. But then by the time something happens, for me, I felt like it just happened too quick. There wasn't enough time to sort of marinate with it. It's almost like it just went from 0 to 100, and that actually took me away from the movie a little bit. I would have liked to see things sort of develop more. It's hard for me. I can't really tell you what happens because then I would ruin the movie, and I don't want. This is not a spoiler review, so I don't want to ruin the movie for you. But you know, I was okay with how it ended in the sense of where everybody is at. I just felt like it was rushed, like because it goes from 0 to 100, like I just said, like literally probably within only like 5 or 10 minutes. And you get the whole conclusion of the movie, so to speak, and so that bothered me a little bit. I would have liked to see a little bit more as well with the with the whole. I would have liked to have known a little bit more about the invention of this technology and how it's able to read fingernails, and I wish we could have understood the technology a little bit better. There's not really any origin for the technology. They don't really explain the technology whatsoever. It's just sort of it's there, and so you just kind of got to live with it and just sort of go along with it, so to speak. So I wish we had a little bit more of an origin, and I wish the finale didn't feel so rushed. But beyond that, I still thought the movie was great, and I had a lot of fun watching it. Like I said, I'm not a big romance guy, but I did like their dynamic, Jessie Buckley and Riz Ahmed, and their characters, Anna and Amir, and of course Anna and her husband. Her husband, I believe his name was Ryan, portrayed by Jeremy White. He did a great job as well, and whatnot. And they had a lot of really good moments in the movie. Some really good movies, which moments. I'm sorry, some really good moments which cause some conflicts, maybe a little bit of trust issues sometimes, but then also some very loving moments as well. So if I had to put a number on Fingernails, I'd probably give this one 60%. Like I said, I would go higher, but I didn't really like the finale, and I wish we had more of a backstory on the technology itself. I wish it was more of like an origin of the technology, more focused on the technology and a little less focused on the personal side of things. I could have even been okay with Anna not having a personal life. I would have been okay with only seeing the school, only seeing the technology, and only seeing everybody else as couples going through these trials and tests. But either way, I still had a lot of fun. So let me know in the comment section down below if you've seen Fingernails, and if you'd like to tell me why or why not. If you like this video, click that subscribe button. And even if you're not a subscriber, let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to talk about these movies online and whatnot, and I do respond to all the comments because I can. We're still small enough where I can keep up with it and all that good stuff. If you want to help the algorithm and help us grow again for the second time, click like and share and all that good stuff, because I accidentally deleted the channel and now we're starting over at scratch. We had literally just passed like 120,000 views and then I deleted everything, so that's my fault. But anyways, that's all I got for you for this one, and until the next video.